Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Brachachodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakathum to the 144,000, as well as the rest of your elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and it's a quick lesson. I'm just going to get into, do the work pretty much while you still have time, right? Do the work while you still have time, because there's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to do the work, and you're just going to be left with, whatever faith that you have, relationship that you have with Yahweh Bashem Shah, man, right? And it's, it's much more than just doing videos, man. How you train your brother, right? Are you trying to be an asset to the body or a liability, right? Are you there when a brother does need you, etc.? Because that's really what the Lord looking at. Hell, he really looking at that inward man behind doing all those things, right? Are you doing it and you sitting there like, oh my God, I'm just over this? Or, you're like, you know what, or you're in a different kind of mindset, like, hey, call all y'all Bashem Shah and give it an opportunity to do this or that, whatever it may be that's pleasing to him, But I'm going to go ahead and get this, John chapter 9, verse 4. It says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. Exactly, man. So you must do the work of the work that sent us, Yahweh Shah. We're ambassadors of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, right? So with us being ambassadors, basically we're coming the names of, of Yahweh Bashem Shah. We have a job to do, and our job is to warn. If the Lord has blessed you to be a prophet, to teach, you best believe you better be teaching, because if you not, then what you here for? Especially, if you're able to teach, right? Don't be, someone that can teach and you're just not really doing it. Or someone, or a brother that's good at this. You might be good at making garments, but you don't want to make no garments or anything for the brotherhood. And brothers always gonna need a garment. Garments get old, messed up. Hell, we have newcomers coming in, things of that nature. And that's just an example. It's just an example, right? So do the work while you still have time, because there's gonna come a time where you're just not gonna be able to, man. Right, while it's day, because when that night cometh, which is ultimately, that night representing the destruction. When that destruction comes, bro, you ain't gonna be able to do the works of Yahweh Bashem Shah anymore, right? Because by that time, the feminine word is gonna done kicked off. However the Lord got it set up on how it's gonna play out. But hell, we can see and tell that we near on that famine of the word coming up, destruction coming upon this place, etc. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come where, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Bashem Shah and not find it, because during that time period, guess what? The prophets, they're not gonna be out on the streets anymore. They've been warning already, starting, with our apostle going on 40 plus years. This truth been out since 1970s, man. 1970 all the way up to 2026, man. What was that? About 56 years in total, damn near. At least 53, years in total. This truth has been, going out. Or at least 40. Bottom line, our Paul's been doing it for 40 years. You know, so with that being said, it's just like and the Lord shortened the days for the elect's sake, man. Right? So it's not like you got much time to, do the best that you can when it comes to serving your Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, it's like you got to get it right now. You got to get it right quick. Because if you don't, then hey, you're going to be hurting, man. Right? Matter of fact, because you're going to be rewarded according to what you've been doing down here. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, "But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully." Right? So if you sow sparingly, which means, very little, then guess what? You're going to reap very little. But if you sow it bountifully, which is a lot, doing the best you can, giving all you got, to your Yahweh Shem Shah, to the best of your ability, then you're going to reap that, man. The Lord's going to reiterate that same imagery, man, because, scriptures goes into how Yahweh Shem Shah is going to, he's going to reward every man according to his work shall be. So do the work while it's still day, because it's getting close to that time to where, you're not going to be able to do the work anymore. Hell, don't they got a doomsday clock? Ain't it like, what, I forgot, 80-something seconds, 80-something or 60-something seconds till midnight, right? It's coming night where, coming that night where no man's going to be able to work therein, man. And obviously don't go by the doomsday clock. Go by the prophecies that Yahweh Bashem Shah is throwing in our faces, letting us know, like, what's up. We knowing that feminine words around the corner. We knowing that we're not going to be out there too much longer. So just do what you can, man. Do what you can and serve Yahweh Bashem Shah, man, to the best of your ability. As scripture says, give diligence, which means make haste, to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. Yes, So you can't go wrong with giving all you got to Yahweh Bashem Shah. Simple as that. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it off by saying, Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yisrael.